Hi friends, welcome to Sociodemic. Friends, the channel Sociodemic is exclusively dedicated to preparation of UGC NET paper 1. So today we are going to discuss about some of the questions from chapter 2 research aptitude. In this research aptitude there is one very important topic called plagiarism. Friends, plagiarism means simply copying. You are copying someone else's others work and submit as your own. Simply it is copying, friends. The first question is, a researcher paraphrases a paragraph and published paper without changing the original sentence structure, replaces a few words with synonyms, and does not cite the source of the work. Friends, what is meant by paraphrasing? Paraphrasing means replacing words with synonyms. That is called paraphrasing. You are using different words with synonyms and with that replacing with that words in your own work. That is called paraphrasing. So this is which type of plagiarism means? This is a mosaic plagiarism. Mosaic plagiarism or patchworking involves rephrasing someone else's ideas without proper citation while retaining the original structure. Simply replacing words with synonym does not make it original. Next, which of the following is not considered as plagiarism? See, copying paragraph from a blog citing the source but not using quotation marks. Simply, it is called a direct verbatim plagiarism. So, reusing one's own previously published work without disclosure. This is called self plagiarism. Including widely accepted historical facts without citation. Friends, see, widely accepted facts, when was the Second World War was fought? This is 1935 to 1945. This is widely accepted. This is not called as a copying, as a plagiarism. The question is, which of the following is not considered as a plagiarism? This is the answer, including widely accepted historical facts without citation. The common knowledge, example historical facts, does not require citation. So it does not require citation and mention the source. However, copying text without quotation marks, even with citation, or using one's own work without disclosure, that is called self plagiarism, friends, are the forms of a plagiarism. Next, a scholar submits a paper to a journal that includes methodology section identical to one they published in another journal in 2 years prior. The author does not cite the previous paper. This is an example of redundant publication, no. Self plagiarism, yes. Fair use, no. Accidental plagiarism, no. So the scholar submits a journal that includes methodology section identical to one they published in another journal. So simply you are publishing your journal again and again in a different publication, in a different magazine, different journal. So that is called a self plagiarism. Reusing reusing one's own previously published work without proper citation or disclosure constitute a self-plagiarism. It also overlaps with the redundant publication if the content is duplicated without justification. Next, a student writes a thesis by combining phrases, sentences, and ideas from three different sources, intervening them with the original analysis but fails to cite any source. This is primarily example of, see here, thesis combining phrases, sentences, and ideas from three different sources. There are different sources, intervening them with original analysis but fails to cite any source. This is primarily example of paraphrasing. No, what we discussed, paraphrasing is simply changing words with synonyms. Accident plagiarism, no. Copying infringement, no. This is called a mosaic plagiarism. Mosaic plagiarism involves blending uncited ideas, phrases from multiple sources into one's own work. Even if original analysis added, it is intentional or unintentional, intentional and unethical. So mosaic plagiarism is simply means you are blending or including different works. You are lifting different sources of works and submitting as your own work. That is called mosaic plagiarism. Friends, there are different types of plagiarism. That is complete plagiarism, direct plagiarism, mosaic plagiarism. Okay friends, that's all for this video. We'll meet on next video with important questions. Thank you for watching.